All of a sudden, he gets hit with a $260 million lawsuit from Derek Dixon, who met Tyler Perry in 2019 as an employee of an event company.
50 Cent Jackson, AKA Captain Don't With It. He has a brand new documentary, what's it called? The Reckoning of some. Anyway, it's this documentary about Diddy. Just leave that man alone. That man deserves a whole lot of leave alone. That's what my grandpa told me. Certain mother deserve a whole lot of leave alone.
As I said, so you were saying how much you don't like the fact that Tyler Perry's being dragged in the mud by Katt Williams because he did a lot of things for black people, right?
Yes.
So
and not just that.
True about him playing a
what he
woman
said,
better than anything else.
No, because I feel like Tyler Perry did all the roles that he played, not just Medea. He did all the roles good. As a man, as a woman, he did all that good. He's just not gonna say Tyler Perry is only good for Medea. He did other too. He did other as roles. Like I said, once again, he did the brother Joe. He did his role epic as.
In Hollywood, alliances are rarely announced out loud. They're felt over time. They form quietly through shared experiences, shared frustrations, and invisible lines certain people refuse to cross. And that's where the connection between Eddie Griffin and Katt Williams really starts. Not with a press run, not with a sit-down interview, but with a pattern. Both men have spent years calling out the same systems, the same gatekeepers, and the same unspoken rules that decide who thrives in black entertainment. So when Griffin publicly floated the idea of a non-wearing headdress tour to Katt Williams, a lot of people laughed it off as comedy bravado, but others caught something else, a signal. A challenge to an industry tradition that rewards certain images while quietly punishing resistance. When you line that moment up with their shared criticism of Tyler Perry, and the recurring whispers about powerful social circles tied to figures like Diddy, a larger picture starts to come into focus. This isn't about one role or one rumor. It's about what comedians are expected to sacrifice to keep working, and what happens when they decide not to. Eddie Griffin and Katt Williams may not be standing shoulder to shoulder exposing anyone, but their words carry the same warning. Some success comes with conditions, and for some people, the price just isn't worth it.
Eddie Griffin speaks on Katt Williams breaking the internet.
Mr. Potato Head. I said, no, Katt. Then he said, what he say, Cedric looked like a walrus. I'm like, no, got Ricky Smiley so good. Ricky Smiley got on the internet making tea and started crying and disappeared. Ain't nobody saying he said he ain't did no more posts, he just disappeared. I called Katt on the phone and said, be on the lookout for Smiley. That was come smiling. Clive was the one to get you, he's smiling. And I said he might show up with a dress on. Me and Katt the last two that ain't worn a dress. I called and said, do the non-wearing a dress tour. That hot like a and Club Shay Shay. Yeah, Shay Shay. Gay gay. I don't give a that gay. That in there with them tight pants on, with his balls and all of them Katt's faces. And you remember Katt kept looking the other way. You can tell how that drank gay. He kept on saying, now, Katt. That's lips. That mother had on them lips. Don't no drink like that. Now, Katt.
When Eddie Griffin brought up the idea of a non-wearing headdress tour, it wasn't just a throwaway joke aimed at old comedy debates. It was a direct shot at a long-standing pattern in Hollywood comedy. For decades, cross-dressing roles have been treated like an easy shortcut to laughs, especially when it comes to black male comedians. Tyler Perry's media empire is the most successful example of that formula, but it's far from the only one. Both Griffin and Katt Williams have made it clear their issue isn't comedy itself. It's what they believe the image is meant to signal. In their view, these roles often come with an unspoken rule about how black masculinity is allowed to show up on screen. Griffin has openly described Perry as a power broker, someone who controls access, leverage, and opportunity. Katt Williams has voiced similar concerns, hinting that refusing certain paths can quietly shut doors behind the scenes. Their shared stance isn't about shaming actors who accept those roles. It's about choosing not to. The tour idea became symbolic. It was Griffin saying out loud that some comedians have managed to survive and even thrive without bending to those expectations. And once fans picked up on that, the conversation stopped being about comedy styles and shifted toward industry pressure. Why does refusing one type of role suddenly feel political? Why does independence make people uncomfortable? Those questions are what truly connect Griffin and Williams far more than any official collaboration ever could.
Tyler Perry, how you feel about the allegations he being accused of?
We got to deal with Tyler. We got to deal with Tyler. When you talk about the jealousy that the music industry has for black men, it's insane, bro. It's insane. Tyler Perry goes to the BET Awards. He gives a speech, and he's an excellent orator, by the way. I'm an orator. I study oratory. Tyler Perry could have been a pastor or a community activist. He's a very good speaker, very good public speaker. He says that I've made more millionaires than every other studio in this city combined. That's what he said. And don't you know, I don't know if it was the next day, but it was definitely the same week. All of a sudden, he gets hit with a $260 million lawsuit from Derek Dixon, who met Tyler Perry in 2019 as an employee of an event company. So he was working at one of the events that Tyler Perry contracted this event company to come to and host. He met Tyler Perry there. Tyler Perry invited him to audition for an upcoming show called Ruthless. Later on, Tyler Perry tells him, allegedly, according to Derek Dixon's attorney, Tyler Perry told him, I can change your life. Stick with me, I could change your whole life. He then invites him to audition for a role on The Oval. Tyler Perry series The Oval. Derek Dixon stars in 85 episodes of The Oval between 2020 or 2021 until 2024, 2025. In January of 2020, Art, right before COVID, Tyler Perry allegedly texts Derek Dixon and says, among other things, I can't remember the last time I had really good. Now, as a male, if another man sends me a text telling me he can't remember the last time he had good, I already know that that ain't somebody I need to be around alone, because he clearly got the wrong idea about me. In fact, I'm gonna have to let him know. In the future, fam, I don't need to know about your life.
Tyler Perry's success is impossible to deny. He built his empire from nothing and rose into one of the most powerful positions in entertainment. But power doesn't exist in a vacuum. With it comes influence, and according to Eddie Griffin and Katt Williams, influence can quietly turn into control. Griffin has used blunt language when describing how he views Perry's operation, portraying it as tightly managed and heavily looked. Katt Williams has taken it even further, claiming Perry once warned others not to associate with him after he was seen in the wrong social setting. Whether every detail of those claims can be proven almost misses the point. What matters is how often stories like this surface. In Hollywood, reputations aren't shaped by talent alone. They're shaped by proximity, who you're seen with, who you question, and who you refuse to protect. Both Griffin and Williams describe an environment where stepping out of line doesn't require public punishment. The work just slows down. Calls stop. Invitations quietly vanish. That's why their criticism hits such a nerve. It mirrors experiences many people recognize but are afraid to say out loud. They don't frame Tyler Perry as a cartoon villain, but as a symbol of a system where a small group decides what's acceptable. In that system, silence is rewarded. Speaking freely becomes a risk. And Griffin and Williams keep speaking anyway, even when it costs them momentum.
He says Tyler Perry pulled his underwear down, Art. Help me out. Help me out. If this man allegedly pulled your underwear down and grabbed your cheeks, why are you not going to a lawyer or going to the police? This man is a billionaire. He's a billionaire. Why are you hanging around? He says Tyler Perry coerced him, Art. Coerced him into accepting the exploitation because Tyler Perry promised him his own show. Tyler Perry promised him career advancement. He allegedly, Tyler Perry was going to provide him with career advancement opportunities. So he says he felt like he had to endure this so it wouldn't mess up his options. As far as I'm concerned, that means you volunteered for it. You volunteered for it. You were willing to accept it because you thought you would get something out of it. Then he says, Art, around June of 2024, Derek Dixon comes to his senses and he decides that Tyler Perry has been lying to me this entire 4.5-year relationship. He's been lying. From 2020 to June of 2021, that's 4.5, he's been lying. So he says once he came to his realization that he'd been lying, he decided to stop showing up for work. He said Tyler Perry told him he had to take an unpaid medical leave. That's when he got with his lawyer, and that's when he decided to sue. Here's where I'm at. Same mistake as Smokey, same mistake as Shannon. Tyler Perry wasn't taking care of it. Allegedly, Art, because Tyler Perry has not admitted to being he has not admitted to any of these crimes. So I'm saying allegedly. If what this man is saying is true, Tyler Perry made the same mistake as Smokey Robinson, Shannon Sharpe, and so many other black men dating non-black people. You didn't take care of it. From what I read, Art, he was being paid $10,000 an episode. And then when he got upset with Tyler Perry, allegedly, he went up to $15,000 an episode or maybe $25,000 an episode. However that go, don't quote me. But initially, he was only getting about 10 grand. Here we go again, Art. Smokey Robinson. If you want these women to be your girl toys, Tyler Perry, allegedly, if you want Derek Dixon to be your boy toy, $10,000 an episode for a billionaire is not gonna cut it.
The mention of Diddy in these conversations is never random. His name functions more as an idea than a single individual. Exclusive circles, private access, industry protection. Eddie Griffin and Katt Williams have both hinted that certain spaces come with expectations, not just social ones, but moral ones too. They describe situations where simply being present, staying quiet, or going along with things becomes part of remaining in good standing. Katt Williams has suggested that being seen in the wrong place at the wrong time can change how you're treated afterward. Griffin has talked about people rising unusually fast once they align themselves with powerful figures. Together, these stories form a narrative about sacrifice, not the dramatic kind, but the subtle kind. Giving up your voice, your boundaries, your right to question what you're witnessing. Fans sometimes stretch this into full-blown conspiracies, imagining secret rooms and coordinated plots. In reality, it may be far simpler. Hollywood rewards people who make the system easier to maintain. Griffin and Williams present themselves as men who refuse to play that role. They don't claim to have proof of everything they suggest. They speak from lived experience, and in an industry built on image, lived experience can be more dangerous than paperwork. One detail that often gets overlooked is the comedy, The Get Down. On the surface, the Bet series looked like just another behind-the-scenes comedy project, but for Eddie Griffin and Katt Williams, it serves something deeper. The show placed several outspoken comedians in the same space, men who, at different times, had all felt pushed to the margins of the industry. Working together created an unspoken understanding. They didn't need to publicly align or announce anything, just sharing space. Using humor to tell their versions of the truth was enough. That kind of collaboration mattered because Hollywood has a habit of isolating dissenters. When someone speaks too loudly or refuses certain expectations, they're labeled difficult or unstable. To Get Down quietly pushed back on that narrative. It showed these comedians as professionals, thinkers, and survivors of the same system. Their bond wasn't built on plotting against anyone. It was built on recognition. Each man understood the cost of refusing to play certain roles on screen and off. That quiet brotherhood explains why fans sense a connection between Griffin and Williams even without official statements. Sometimes solidarity doesn't need speeches. It just needs shared survival.
50 Cent Jackson, a.k.a. Captain Don't He has a brand new documentary. What's it called? The Reckoning of some. Anyway, it's this documentary about Diddy. Just leave that man alone. That man deserves a whole lot of leave alone. That's what my grandpa told me. Certain motherfuckers deserve a whole lot of leave alone. And top of that list is 50 Cent. Leave that motherfucker alone, because he gonna come for you. He gonna come for you. The poor diggler. I've never seen him as happy as he is in jail. He just looks quite elated. He looks like he never wants to get out. Every picture of this just cheesing from ear to ear. Did y'all notice that 50 has footage of Diddy in a hotel room talking about, we're losing.
Dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
How the did he get footage inside this mother? I'm telling you, don't. He got moles, he got CIA agents, he got 50 agents. This 50 he's MI6. God damn it, this mother double O. I swear to God, boy, you better leave that mother. You didn't know this mother had a camera on filming your damn near crying. We're losing. Oh my God, we're losing. And they got unlimited booty supply at Camp Dix. He was more depressed outside than he is on the inside. He thought it was gonna be a bad deal for him. Now he said,
this is what I always wanted.
The idea of Eddie Griffin and Katt Williams teaming up didn't come from a press release. It grew because fans started filling in the gaps the industry never explains. Social media edits, reaction clips, and commentary channels have stitched together their separate interviews into one ongoing narrative. Critics brush this off as exaggeration, but it exposes something real. Audiences are craving honesty. They notice when stories start to overlap. Griffin keeps talking about power and control, Williams keeps talking about punishment and exclusion, and people listening can feel the connection, even if it's never spelled out.
That this is what Tyler Perry does to get his love. He claimed that there's other men who have worked for Tyler Perry Studios who have been fired because they did not consent fully to Tyler Perry's requests and or constant overbearing. So he says, Tyler Perry will put you in shows, write you in, lavish you with all kind of stuff, make you real comfortable with a very firm understanding that you can lose it all if you don't do what I want you to do. So the lawyer claims there's other men who have a similar story to Derek Dixon. He even mentions Cosby, Carter, Combs, Weinstein, and Spacey in the lawsuit. So the lawyer is trying to draw a parallel from Tyler Perry to Bill Cosby, Sean Combs, R. Kelly, Weinstein, and Spacey. He mentions them in the lawsuit. And he says Tyler Perry is using his status and his power to force young, struggling actors into unwanted relationships. I believe he led Tyler Perry on hoping he would get a show. I believe Tyler Perry was never interested in giving him a show. I think he found out Tyler Perry was playing games, and because he's white and still a racist, and Tyler Perry is still black, although a billionaire, and he decided to show Tyler Perry who's really in charge. And this is why I say, Art, it don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter how much power you have. Whenever you're dealing with a white woman or a white man, they still have more power than you. Tyler Perry's a billionaire. Derek Dixon might have been struggling, but guess what, Art? Derek Dixon has the full power of the American criminal justice system behind him. He got the full power of American civil court behind him. He got the full power of American media behind him. He got the full power of American society behind him. Tyler Perry's billions will be neutralized by Derek Dixon's white privilege. They were playing each other. He was stringing Tyler Perry along long enough to get his show. Tyler Perry was stringing him along long enough to get some booty, allegedly. And it just so happens that Tyler Perry realized he ain't gonna get no booty, right? And then Derek Dixon realized, I'm not gonna get no show. So Tyler Perry expected him to walk away, Art. He thinking he just gonna walk away. Why would he just walk away when you a billionaire? He gonna embarrass you and he gonna exploit you, because at the end of the day, you ain't nothing but a to him, and you supposed to know your place even as a billionaire. When a white person throws a temper tantrum at a black person, you better get ready. That's why it does not benefit us to date outside of our race, Art, because you take too many hits. Look at Smokey. Look at Smokey. Look at Shannon. And now, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry's name shows up in both conversations. Diddy's social world lingers in the background of both conversations. Even without coordination, the themes line up. Fans amplify it because they recognize these patterns from their own lives. Jobs that demand silence. Spaces where questioning authority leads to isolation. Success that comes with invisible strings attached. Griffin and Williams become symbols of resistance, not because they call themselves heroes, but because they kept talking after the consequences showed up. That's why the team-up narrative survives without proof. It's not about whether they planned anything. It's about whether what they're saying feels true. And for a lot of people watching from the outside, it does. Eddie Griffin and Katt Williams may never stand on the same stage calling out names or dropping documents. Their connection exists in something quieter and far more revealing. Shared warnings, shared consequences, a shared refusal to forget what they witnessed. Tyler Perry represents the structured power they question. Diddy represents the social influence they side-eye. And sacrifice ties the whole story together. Not sacrifice as a myth, but sacrifice as silence, compromise, and compliance. Griffin and Williams chose a different road, even when it meant losing access and momentum. Whether people agree with them or not, their voices didn't disappear. And in an industry built on controlling image and narrative, persistence alone becomes an act of defiance. If speaking freely costs you access, protection, and opportunity, how many people in Hollywood succeed purely on talent? And how many succeed because they stayed quiet? If you like this video, hit that subscribe button so you never miss what's next. Until then, fam, keep it real.